I'm Kristen with the Rogers Public Library, and this week for Catch 'em All at the library, we will be focusing on Igglybuff. So in your craft packet, you will have a paper lantern with metal piece to keep it open on the inside, a few pieces to cut out, the mouth and arms and legs, and then you will have some circles in various colors to attach to make eyes and the little tuft at the top of the head. And I will show you how to put this all together. So once we have all our pieces cut out, then we're going to take our paper lantern and open it up. And then the top is going to be the part that has these two little circles in plastic. So we're going to take our metal piece. You can see there's some little ridges at the bottom. Those are going to fit into this bottom circle. So we're going to push this through and then line up the bottom to make sure we've got that in there so that the edges of the bottom circle are sitting on those little ridges. And then we have to pull this up. You are going to have to pull to get these little lifted edges into these plastic circles. And that will keep our paper lantern open and also allow us to have this little loop here. You can even bend it up if you want to, but you can use this to wrap a string around or something at the end if you would like to hang it up somewhere. So once we have our body, then we can go ahead and start putting some pieces together. So to start with, I'm going to put the eyes together, and I'm going to grab some glue. Just use a glue stick, and I'm going to put the black circles into the center of the little magenta kind of circles to make our eyeballs. And then for our 3 light pink circles, we want to make the little poof on the top of Igglybuff's head. So we're going to line up our circles so that 2 of them are just barely overlapping. So I'm going to put just a teensy bit of glue on the edge of one to overlap the second one with it. And then I'm going to put a little bit of glue at the top over this section where they overlap so that I can add that third one on at the top. And this will be a little tuft at the top of the head that we'll add on in just a minute. Now I'm going to start from the bottom for attaching to our lantern and work up. So our larger of our 2 light pink ovals are the feet. So we're just going to add a little bit of glue to the tip of one of the larger ovals. And we're going to stick that down at the bottom. At the bottom and kind of off to one side. I'm kind of bending mine down and then pushing it back up a little bit so that it sticks out a little more and it doesn't just lay flat against our lantern. So we'll do the same thing on the other side. that down. And now we have some feet. Now the arms you can do the same way, where you fold the edge so that they stick up and off, or you can glue them on just down to the side. So whichever way you would prefer. And I will actually do one of each so that you can see what it looks like both ways. And you can also do one of each if you want to, but I'm going to move this a little bit in and just gently press it on there so that one arm is just kind of sticking down. And then I'm going to take the other arm and fold a little bit, not quite halfway, maybe just about a third of the way. And add some glue. And then go across from the other arm and stick that on right there. So now he's doing a little wave. Hello. So one arm down, one arm waving. You could do both waving or sticking up. You can do both down, however you want to do it. All right, now I think we'll go ahead and do the eyes and then we'll come back to the mouth. Now the eyes are big enough that they are not gonna lay completely flat against our lantern. The edges are going to stick off, but we just want to make sure we get at least one section of, like, one space between the stiffer parts, one of these rings, to line up nicely with the eye so that it does hold on to it pretty well. So I'm going to add those on a little above the arms and a little more towards the middle from the arms, so on the inside of the arms. So we want to leave room at the top to attach the little head poof, and we want to leave enough room below to add the little mouth. So then you may have to reach into your lantern to be able to really get that to stick on there. And I am using a glue stick, but tacky glue is another good option, especially for some of the bigger pieces like the eyes. But you don't have to use it, but it does help make it a little more secure. It just takes longer to dry. All right, so now we have our little mouth. And we want to glue that on just a little bit below the eyes. I'm going to put it in the same round as the arms are in. There we go. Pretty cute so far. Okay, now we need to add the little head tuft, and then there's just one more piece to do. Okay, so for our head tuft, we're going to fold the bottom two circles up just a little bit. Just a little across the bottom, so that this is going to stick up when we put it on. And then we'll put glue on the bottom of the pieces that we just folded. And then we're going to stick them down right above the eyes in the center of the head, right at the edge of our lantern. All right, and we want to make sure there is a little bit of room right in here because we need to add a little swirl. So our last step is going to be grab a black marker, or you can do maybe crayon or pen, or colored pencil, but I would recommend a marker. We need to be very gentle because this paper can tear easily. But we're going to do a little swirly. Right around on the forehead. And here is our little completed lantern Igglybuff. It's so cute. Thank you so much for joining me. This is our craft for this week, and I will see you next week to make another Pokemon.